Welcome to a quick review of a new game called Camping Vlog Simulator 2024. Now I've gone ahead and played this quite a bit to unlock all of these boosted items. So the fabric camping chair, the cooking grill, the LED camping light, the strong headlight. All of these items had to be purchased. Now we're also going to purchase some steak. And what we're going to do is we are going to go and start one of the three scenarios. Now one has just been added, so I've done between the trees and by the lake, and there's a new one which is light rain camping. So we're going to go ahead and try this out and give it a go. So in this game, it is still early in development, but I would say I'm relatively impressed with the work that has been achieved so far, but there is certainly a long journey ahead for the developer. There are certain elements that definitely need refinement, but the overall general idea of the game is quite good. So in our car here we have our grill, our bed mat, our steak, and on the roof we have our chair, our tent and our light. So the idea is what we do is we go ahead and we set up a camping site. So we've put down our GoPro camera, which is what it looks like, to obviously record what we're doing. Now, if you're anything like me, I do occasionally like watching these camping channels that go and have hot tents, you know, with the wood burners in, or building a shelter in the woods. I do find it generally relaxing, and I saw this and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go and see what it's like. But again, the game itself is in a relatively good place, but it does have a development journey ahead of it. I have certainly enjoyed myself doing it, but there are certain elements. So here's our tent. We can rotate that round and then find a place to put it down. But the mesh with the terrain and everything else isn't 100% yet. You can see really the tent is floating in the air a little bit there, which should be the case, of course, for the waterproof outer layer for a tent. I'm not saying that that's wrong. We're going to put down our light as well. Let's put it a bit further over here. Now that's the other thing, where you're aiming isn't where it goes down, it just kind of drops. And again, we've got to get the grill and our bedroll from the car. Now down the left hand side you can see a bunch of main quests and side quests. So collect 5 mushrooms, 10 garbage, make a big fire, stay up until midnight, sit on a chair, make something to drink and cook some meat. Now if you bring the grill with you, so this barbecue grill, which is in place of a hook over a fire, you can't make a drink, which is interesting. So you can't really complete all the quests. You can do some of them, but not all of them. So again, some refinement on this. I think you should be able to bring both sets of equipment, so have a campfire and a grill. Maybe multiple food types. I'm sure within the journey going forwards this will be possible. We're going to go and put the meat down by our tent. Now that we put our bedroll in it, and no, let's put it by the grill actually. But yep, so that's pretty much everything set up for our camp. What we need to do now is close the boot of our car. Our tent is ready. That's an upgraded tent as well, so everything is the upgraded equipment. And now what you need to do is basically go foraging in the forest. I will say it looks beautiful. So the graphics on this, really nice, realistic looking. It's just the fact that, as I said, I would want some more stuff in the game. So maybe the ability to build a shelter as an example, and to actually go into the shelter and then sleep in it, rather than just a tent that you can't get into. Maybe hot tents where you can collect wood for a stove and separately cook and that kind of stuff. But overall the progress so far is good. I do like what I'm seeing. So again, we're running around the scenery here, looking for anything that's got a stinky green glow around it, because that's rubbish. And normally near the rubbish we will find there's an outdoor toilet. Lovely. So you can see there's a couple of mushrooms there, so let's just pick this one up. There's some rubbish, lovely stuff. And again, we're gonna have to look around, but as you can see, the water mechanics, everything, and the trees and the foliage, it all looks quite nice. It does. It looks good. No, that's not rubbish, but that is. There's another box over there. We'll go grab that, and I can see more mushrooms. We've only got 2 to collect, but we'll grab that one, and we need to find one more. Oh, there's one over there. Perfect. So we've managed to collect our mushrooms. We just have 4 more pieces of rubbish to find. Oh, we can see one there over the river. Let's go into the water. There we go. We've got it. And jump back out. So you can jump, you can crouch, and you also have a head-mounted torch when it gets dark, and again that looks quite cool as well when the sun goes down. You arrive at the camp with a couple of hours of daylight. I mean, it's 5:30. You'll see the time in the top right hand corner there, so it's 17:30, so 5:30 in the evening. Again, the glowing yellow is our wood for our fire, so we will also need to collect that as well. Oh, there was some rubbish over there to the left, but that's back near the camp, so let's see if we can find anything further away. No, just got some that lovely sitting brown water with the greeny gunk on the top of it. That's always nice. Anyway, let's walk back towards the camp, because I definitely saw some more rubbish over there. And again, we should probably start picking up the wood. Well, there's another mushroom. Well, we might as well pick it up. We've already completed the quest, but hey, you know what? If you're out camping in the woods, you're going to be picking up some more stuff. Hear the trees creaking there. Right, so I place that into the grill, which of course really should be coal. I would never imagine you putting wood into a grill. I would imagine you would bring coal with you. And that's what I was saying about needing two, so to be able to have the grill and a campfire, so you can cook your food and boil yourself some tea or coffee or those kind of things. So again, let's go and put the wood in. So place wood, there we go. So make a big fire, there we go, already done. We only need apparently 3 bits of wood to make a big fire, but we also need to find 2 more garbage. So we are still looking for the greeny glow of rubbish, which this occasion seems to be rather hard to find, which is fine. We'll get it done, and I will show you how this quest then finishes out. Now there's a bridge here which leads towards this waterfall, but there is an invisible barrier, so we can't go any further. So I'm just highlighting here that you cannot walk beyond this point, so you can't actually go up to the waterfall. You can see it, but again, I think being able to take pictures of this stuff, then actually being able to maybe comprise your blog afterwards would be a good feature as well to add into the game. But as it stands, it's fairly ASMR. You've got all the sounds in the background, get your headphones in and everything else, and it's a very relaxing thing to play. Just wander around and do everything that you want. Again, still not seeing any additional rubbish, and we do. There we go, in the distance. Don't know if we're going to be able to get across here. Let's give it a go. Yep, okay, so we're within the playable zone of the game still. Anything over there? No, doesn't look like it. Let's just go to where we're seeing that green. There we go. We're going to need to put our wood down. There we go, pick that back up. And we need, there we go. Oh, there's loads here. There we go. So we found everything that we need. Let's put our wood down again, pick up the rubbish, pick up the rubbish. I mean, it's awful because people do this at campsites, leave stuff behind. Whenever you do real camping, which I have done, you should always leave the place as you found it. That's just the polite thing to do, is to clear away everything, including where you've had a campfire. So, you know, break down camp and move and spread out the ash and then cover it up with leaves and everything else. Just leave it as it was. So there we go. We've turned our little LED light on there. We'll set our grill on fire. There we go. And we'll cook our steak. So again, place that on the barbecue. The lid closes. And what we'll do is we'll sit down. I mean, the chair's kind of facing the wrong way, but we can look over at our grill and look up at the sky. Now, if you use Q, you can hide and show your quest so that you can get a full view and just take in the sights. But let's get up. Now, I'm not going to do the stay until midnight. What I'm going to do is literally cook the food, eat the food, and then we will get into the tent, go to sleep, and then break down the camp the following day. So there we go, our food is ready. So take the dish. And then what we'll do is we'll sit down to eat, nice and civilized. There we go, lovely. Some nice tranquil music. And that's all done. And you can hear the door banging for the toilet, but our camera is still recording. Yeah, that door on that outdoor toilet keeps lightly thumping in the breeze. But there we go, nice, lovely, beautiful starlit sky by removing the menu. And as I said, you know, it looks really nice. It does. There's just some certain elements, like if you're standing still, there we go, we're moving. But let's turn off that, turn on our headlight, and go into our tent. Do you want to sleep? Yes. Okay, so it's now morning, and what we now need to do is put everything back in the car, because we're only staying for one night. That's something as well that I presume will change as the game develops, to do multi-night camping, maybe in multiple locations, with the ability to go from one site to another, maybe with like a fast travel system or something, but we will see. And again, put away our chair, so that goes back into the bag. Lovely stuff. We'll go and load that back onto the car and open the boot. So this goes up on this side of the car. It very handily shows you where everything needs to go. So again, we'll open up the boot. We need to now get the grill in, and then we'll break down the tent and well, break down the bedroll first and then the tent, and then put them in the car and leave everything as we found it. In fact, better, because we've collected the rubbish, of course. There we go. There's the bedroll, and again, pack up the tent, which of course just shrinks back into its bag. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if it was that easy to put away a tent? Right, close the boot, because the tent goes onto the roof. There we go. Again, put that up. Lovely stuff. All we need to do is grab our camera, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So we get into the car, and that will then give us our stats for our excursion and how much money we make. And that is Camping Vlog Simulator 2024. Thanks for joining me. As always, all it leaves me to say is good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and from me, Know It All Gaming, good night. And if you've enjoyed, subscribe to the channel.